Welcome back to another episode of Fuel in the Flame. This marks the start of Season 2 for the podcast, and I'm super excited to be back covering Carthage Athletics. I'm your host, Mason Miller, and in today's episode, we have Bryce Frank and Gavin Betts from the Carthage football team. Boys, thanks for joining the show.
Thank you for having us on.
Absolutely. Let's jump right into it. So, Bryce Frank is a senior running back from Marshall, Wisconsin. Fun little tidbit here from your bio I pulled. In your high school career, you played at Marshall High School. You won the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year your senior year in high school.
Yeah. It's a lot of small-town football. It gives you opportunities to play all over the field, and I was blessed with that. So
You playing what, running back, and what were you playing at defense?
Safety. Yeah,
Safety?
Kind of like a linebacker, but playing at like 7 yards. So.
Jeez. I mean, that's pretty impressive. You don't see that very often. And then your college career, you played in over 20 games for Carthage, recorded 220 carries, a lot more to come this season. Over 1,000 rushing yards, 8 rushing touchdowns, and 4 receiving yards. Then we have Gavin Betts. He's a senior wide receiver from Troy, Michigan. Didn't have anything to share for your high school stats, but you played at Avondale High School. So far in your college career, you have 48 receptions, 642 receiving yards, 2 receiving tutties, and 1 rushing attempt for 7 yards, which equates to 7 yards per carry, I believe.
More yards than
which is better than Bryce. I'm just saying.
That's fair.
That's about 2 to 3 more yards per carry.
Yeah.
Maybe talk to coach, get some more. I'm not trying to influence what's going to happen this year, but I think Gavin needs some more carries. But, anyways, just to start off, what's been going on with your team? I know you guys have been in the preseason portion of your season. Training camp, it's always a grind. So if you guys just want to start talking about how preseason has been going for you guys.
You kind of started off.
Yeah, I think it's been going really well. Obviously, early we got a very young team. We got 60 freshmen this year. So,
60?
Yeah,
oh, my God.
We got 120 guys, half of them were freshmen. So
I thought we had a lot for basketball. We had 9.
Yeah.
60's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got a lot of new guys fresh into playing college football, faster, physical. So getting them caught up as well as getting them ready to play too. So I think it's been a really good fall camp for us. But I think we got a lot of work to do still, and I'm excited where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pumped for it. So we got done with training camp last week. Was our last day, and then it was whenever school started. So Tuesday before classes was our last day, and then now it's game week. So we're looking forward to it.
Yeah. How long is training camp? Is it 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
Yeah,
it was 2
just
weeks.
about
so it was
2 weeks.
12th to 26th, I believe. So 14 days.
Okay.
Some years it's been a little longer, but this year we got a little shorter.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Before I get into the schedule and how everything works with the schedule with training camp, because I know it's pretty intensive, what's one word you maybe use to describe training camp?
Ooh.
One word.
Long comes to mind first. That comes to mind first, but
you could use a couple if you need more than.
Worth it is definitely.
Okay.
I think the biggest part of fall camp is not only just learning the playbook, but coming together as a team.
Mm-hmm.
And that, we'll talk about some rules in fall camp that really encapsulate that, where it's all about brotherhood and getting to know everyone. So.
Yeah.
I would say exciting. We've been through it a few times, but freshman year, that was probably the most fun I've ever had at college, was freshman year training camp when you're...
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of surprising. Okay.
It was, different staff, so the schedule was a little different, but just meeting everyone, and especially, we have, I think, around 25 seniors that are still from our class, and getting to meet them for the first time and getting to grow relationships, and also kind of helping along freshmen as you get older who are going through the same thing. And I like it. I enjoy fall camp. We spend all summer getting ready for the season, and then, the first few days are a lot of fun, and then it kind of gets brutal, especially now that we're older. But
feel the bumps and bruises a little bit more these days.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
but
for sure.
It's still exciting. So
you guys mentioned the change from being a freshman now, senior, being a leader, and we'll kind of talk more about that later, which I think is really interesting, especially for football with so many guys that you mentioned. 60 freshmen is insane, so we'll talk about that a little bit later. But walk me through the schedule for training camp, because we were talking a little bit beforehand. It's pretty crazy. So what's the daily schedule for training camp?
So firstly, we eat all meals together as a team.
So breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Yeah, breakfast, lunch,
meals?
dinner are all together.
Yep.
So you are there. So it's breakfast at 7. It's a reasonable time. And then depending, offense will meet one day and defense will lift, and then it'll switch, and that happens around 8. And there are different lifting times based on your position, and outside of that, you're meeting. So it's meetings and lift up until then. And
Meetings from when to when?
8 to 10.
10:30.
Yeah,
Special
10:30.
teams.
Wow. Okay.
You meet, and then you get a few minutes off. And
A
then
few minutes,
get,
just a few minutes.
Pretty much enough time to walk back to the caf for lunch.
Yeah, and then you go to lunch. So lunch is at 11, and then that's when you have a bit of free time. So from 11 to 1:30. Outside of the first 2 days, practice is at 1, but after that it's at 1:30. And that goes till 4. And then it's dinner at 5.
Yeah. Dinner at 5.
And then you have another pretty decent break. That's when you get off your feet or you do recovery, depending on how you're feeling. And then it's meetings from normally 7:30 is kind of a standard time up until anywhere from 9:30 to 10:30.
Till bedtime.
Yeah, just
Till
about.
bedtime.
So it's a full day thing, and that goes on for roughly 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks of just straight meetings,
Yeah.
lunch,
Probably
practice,
6 to 8
game,
meetings a day.
meetings.
Just practice, lift, lunch. But yeah,
So
it's a good time though.
my biggest question going into this was, what do you guys do in all these meetings? I know you have a lot of install with plays. You probably watch a lot of film. A lot of it's learning. A lot of it's mental, which I want to talk about too in this segment. Just with football, a lot of it's mental. I feel like all the plays. But so, what are you guys doing in these meetings throughout the day, throughout the weeks?
Primarily install, especially in camp. Every day we have new install going in. So, like kind of the morning meetings is installing that, making sure everyone in your position group knows them.
Are you guys given playbooks that you have to study? Because I know that in the NFL, like, rookies come in, they got to learn the playbook. Is that how it works for you guys?
Not a physical book,
Right.
But on Huddle, all the installs go in there.
Okay.
But it gets broken up into probably
Different days.
Yeah,
It's like
6 or
six
7
or seven.
installs we had.
I had to do it.
Anyways, yeah. But so we go over that, like go over the installs. Then we'll watch film from the day before. Usually that's like the night practice or night meetings after practice is when we're watching through film, going over different things like that. Other times it's just making sure everyone is caught up. So we'll do like all the drawings on the board, writing plays, formations, everything like that, just so everyone knows their job and can like consistently do it.
So then, as a freshman coming in, if you remember back, was it overwhelming trying to learn all the plays? As a senior, you probably had some from this past year. You're like, okay, I remember this. It's a little easier to pick it up. But as a freshman coming in, what was it like trying to learn all these plays?
It was a lot.
Yeah.
So the first couple weeks, because our freshman year it was 10 days. The first 10 days it was just football guys. So there was no one else. No other athletes were there. And so free time, at least for me, like I would sit in the tower and just look at the playbook and try and study it. It was a lot. And then we, with the new staff, we had to relearn it all junior year.
Yeah.
And so there was, kind of a reset, and that's, it takes a couple years to get it going. So it's a lot. We're a lot more familiar with it now, and at this point, like we pretty much know it like the back of our hand. But coming in, it's tough.
Yeah.
So, and I feel for the freshmen.
It's definitely overwhelming. Because just like the amount of words in a play call can vary.
Gosh.
It can vary a ton. So it's like knowing all the formations where everyone has to line up, your job, what the guy next to you has to do, just in order to be successful.
Give an example of a play call. That's pretty complex. He's got to pull the phone out. That's how you know it's a good it's a good play call. Because you're signaling, blocking, right?
Yeah. So the formation.
Yeah.
There's one word that talks to the tight end. Another word talks to it's called an adjuster, but it's kind of like a slot receiver, or it could be another tight end. And both of those words also affect the receivers, where they'll be. And then, there's pistol or gun that affects the quarterback and the running back. And then there's the pass protection, which talks to the line, and sometimes the tight end, sometimes the running back. And
then you go into the routes, concepts for the receivers, tight ends.
Oh my gosh.
So,
oh my gosh.
If you look at the grand scheme of things, it can be complicated, but if you break it down, knowing just your job,
right,
you really don't have to listen to one or two words.
Right.
So it's usually not.
I won't say a play because I don't know who's watching, but
that's true. I don't want to get you guys in trouble or anything.
Like a a longer play. I'll see.
How many words are in? Yeah.
I think there are some that are like 14-word plays.
So you add like trade shifts or motions
Yeah.
too. So it's like you want to end up in this formation, but you start here. You got a motion.
And then
to
do you
that.
guys have like audibles in it? Like if you don't like the
Yeah.
look, you can flip it to this play.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Basketball's like, hey, pick and roll, let's go, let's play.
Yeah.
And it's just after that, you just dribble drive.
Yeah,
Pick up and
one
get
of
a look.
them, just scrolling through a little bit, this one's 13 words. So, it is a lot. But
Oh my gosh.
I feel for the quarterbacks.
It's-
For us, it's
yeah.
not as hard because you hear 3 words and that talks to you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the quarterback gets a lot because there are motions that they need to send. They need
Yeah.
to make sure everyone's in the same spot.
Oh my
They need to
God.
know where everyone's running. And then they got to read the defense, too. So,
Yeah, all in the
it's
40-second time span too. Sometimes.
That's insane.
yeah.
Oh,
there's a lot more mental aspect that goes
That's-
into it than you'd think.
Would you say, I mean, especially during training camp when it's every day you're working and practicing, would you argue that the mental part of that portion of the season is harder than the physical part?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Because it's one, especially coming into college, it's much
Yeah.
faster and it's
Mhm.
a lot more concepts or terms that you haven't heard before in high school. So just like understanding that stuff and then being able to push through being tired, only getting coaches hours like, oh, you got to get 8 to 10 hours of sleep, but in camp, the max you'll get is 7 hours, right? It's like you don't have enough time.
Yeah,
to get
that's,
that.
you get home at 10:30. You
Doesn't
gotta
really
be up
make
at-
sense.
So it's like just being able to push through that mental aspect too, as
Yeah.
long as knowing what you have to do and when you have to do it. I think it's all mental too. So
Yeah.
I mean that's kind of the whole sport. But
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely an underrated aspect for sure. So, I mean, these football boys, not only physically tough, mentally tough, but you got to be pretty smart to go out in the field. Because if you don't know what you're doing, you're probably not getting on the field if
Yeah,
you're
not at all.
making mistakes and everything like that. So, I think that's pretty interesting. And it's definitely a big aspect that a lot of people don't consider when they're looking at a football team. So,
Yeah.
last thing on training camp, what's been your favorite moment so far in this camp?
Ooh, this camp or
I guess in previous camps, too, if you have any fun
Okay.
stories to share.
we there was our freshman year. We did jousting
Are you
in
serious?
the locker room.
With what?
So you know the big laundry bins.
the big red ones.
Yeah.
So we'd
You
we'd
would-
put people in it fully padded, and we give them the big foam rollers, and 2 people would just run them at each other.
It'd be like
And,
the end of training camp or end of fall camp, and we're all in the locker room like we just got done with practice, whatever. And it'll be usually a senior like lining people up in the carts, and it's usually like one. I remember we did. It was one big D lineman and like one of the smaller.
Yeah,
running backs,
tiny
right?
little guy.
And they're just like all getting rowdy, jumping up and down, and we go and like shove them into each other, and like the first one to fall out or get knocked out loses.
Do we have
So-
videos of this?
We do.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can grab it from you guys and have it come up on the screen for the show, so you can
And
send it to
this
me
doesn't
after.
happen anymore.
Yeah, it was.
What?
It was.
Yeah.
It was an old coach staff
It was-
thing, but
Got caught placing side bets or something.
not quite. No, just don't think it'd be as loud.
Did you guys get in any of the laundry bins and jousting?
No, I was never a jouster.
I did not.
That's so funny though. I love that. I love that.
So if that's why some of the red carts were always broken, that may or may not have been.
They
the
roll.
Well, now they know. Now they know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't really have the best angle of it,
That is electric.
but yeah.
Oh my god. This is freshman year.
Yes.
Straight stupidity, but I mean
That's what's fun about it.
Yeah,
You
it's a
gotta
good
have
way
fun
to end
with it.
camp, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd
Awesome.
say brotherhood is definitely like the most. My favorite part of camp though, is just getting to know everyone, learn all their names.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you meet a lot of guys from a lot of different backgrounds, so yeah.
For sure. I mean, I was looking through the roster. You got Cohen from Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii.
You got guys from Florida. There's a kid from Idaho on the team. I
Yep,
saw.
yep,
I was looking
Dakota.
through him like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. So
Arizona,
it's
yeah.
definitely probably a good mix of people with different personalities, backgrounds, and you get to work together and as a team and really
Yeah.
build that brotherhood you've been
It's
talking
awesome.
about. So
It's
No, it is cool getting to meet all different people and learn about them, learn about, what life is like out on an island.
Yeah.
So
yeah, awesome. All right, well that covers it for training camp. Let's move on to Coach Popino. He joined Carthage as the head coach actually this past season in 2024. So this is the start of his second year at Carthage. At his previous school, he had a pretty impressive track record at Division III Endicott College in Massachusetts. Under his stewardship, I'm taking this from the Carthage website, so this is not my writing. I wish it was. Under his stewardship as the defensive coordinator from 2021 to 23, Endicott secured impressive national rankings. They gave up the second fewest points in the country at 7.5 per game in 2022, and the third fewest at 9.7 in 23. His unit also made up the top 10 in total defense, sacks, and turnovers. And now entering his second year at Carthage, he's looking to continue the success that he had over in Massachusetts. And this has kind of been interesting for you guys because, as we mentioned, I think a little bit before and during this show so far, he came in the middle of your season, or middle of your time as a college athlete.
Yep.
So I'm kind of curious how that transition went for you guys, and how's it been having to flip from what you started with as freshmen, sophomores to now as upperclassmen? How's that transition been with the new coaching staff?
It's definitely a step up in intensity.
Okay.
The biggest thing, because we'll have junior days where there's recruits and they ask questions about what was the biggest change with the staff, and I always say that just the care factor that they have. The coaches during camp, our hours are long and theirs are longer.
Yeah.
They probably put in 110-hour weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, they're posting up film at 1:30 a.m. and then they got to bed check kids. They're sleeping in the dorms. Not all of them, but some of the coaches are in the dorms, just making sure that people are in bed. So I mean, they work their tails off, and so I would say that's probably been the biggest change. They expect more out of us, which is rightfully so because they put in so much more effort.
That's how it should be, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely the care factor. That's the different thing, and just what they expect out of us and the amount of work we got to put in. Which, I mean, going from the last coach's staff to this coach's staff, just personally, I know the love of the game was starting to fade with the old coaching staff. Mm-hmm. But through the transition, I mean, this is what we asked for. This is what the players wanted. They wanted a new coaching staff. They wanted to change. And I think we got a really good group of coaches.
Yeah.
They know a lot of football. They're very knowledgeable. They're great to talk to, and they're really, I mean, Coach Pop will stick his neck out for you. If he trusts you, he'll stick his neck out for you. If you got doing something wrong or something, he'll come and talk to you first to make sure you're doing all right. And so he's definitely one guy that's very good for the team. Not just him, but the coaches he brought in with him too. I know Coach Duve knows a lot about football and he's really good at scheming. Great coach for the players too.
Coach Duve is offensive
coordinator.
Okay.
Yeah, so he pushes everyone. I mean, he expects perfection, which is exactly what we need. I know discipline is one of their top priorities. And it's something that we really lacked with the old coach staff, but it's something that you need to have in this game, especially.
And it takes time to change the culture and build, especially new habits and everything. But I feel like there's something empowering with when a coach is demanding, but you also know that coach is also putting in just as much and more work than you are. It's not like they're not asking you to do things that they haven't done themselves, and I think that's always a great sign of leadership. And as a player, you kind of mentioned it a little bit. But when you have coaches who are willing to put in the work and genuinely care about their players, what does that do for you guys as players?
It definitely makes us want to work harder. Last year was when we lost. I mean, we didn't have a good year. It was year one of rebuilding. But when we lost the games, I felt personally so much worse. I felt like I was letting them down just with how much they worked and I'm making stupid mistakes.
Yep.
So it definitely hurts a lot more because on the other side of it, that coach is putting his everything out there. And so it makes you want to go a lot harder. Which
Yeah. I mean, when you have that connection with them and that mutual respect for your coaches, like you said, when they're putting that work in, it makes you want to rise to the occasion.
For
right?
sure.
Pick yourself up, pick your teammates up, and join him there. I mean, Coach Pop moved all the way from the East Coast to uprooted his whole family and brought him here. So he's taking a big risk along with these other coaches, and we don't want to be the guys that messes that up for him. So.
For sure. So how would you describe Coach Pop's coaching style? What's he like out in the field in practice?
He's definitely an energetic guy.
Okay, good. I like that.
He's hooting and hollering, and he expects us to be very energetic as well. If we have competes where he'll just start blowing the whistle, and then we got to meet him over there.
Any random time during practice, he'll start blowing the whistle, run to a corner of the field, and the whole team has to chase him with energy. Otherwise, we have to go back and do it again.
If we're not loud enough, he'll be like, "Nah, go back." So,
oh my gosh.
He's definitely an energetic guy. He demands a lot out of you, but it's nothing that he wouldn't do himself.
He's very intense, which is I love it as a coach. Like
yeah.
as a player, I love that the coach is intense. But he's also very practical. Like everything has a purpose to why we're doing it or why we're doing it that way. So I mean that's the best thing.
I feel like
that
that's
he can
important.
look at you and explain this has a direct correlation. Like we
Yeah.
never just run to run, but we
Yeah.
always run.
We run a lot.
We do run a lot, but that's not just hop on the line. Like we're just gonna condition today. It always has a purpose. Like the style of running we do. Always is like attention to little details, and you run more if you don't have the attention to those details, right? So everything has a purpose and has a reason, and I think not just Coach Pop, but he makes that you go that way with the whole coaching staff, which then helps a lot of the players as well.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, as a player myself too, if we're just doing whatever, if we're just doing 5-man weave and just kind of going through the motions for whatever reason, let's just get warmed up. If we're not having a purpose to what we're doing, it's like no one's gonna commit to it. No one's gonna be like, oh, this is like such a good drill. No, oh, this sucks. Why are we doing this? And
Right.
people aren't gonna be in it. They're not gonna be committed, and it's definitely something that's important as an athlete, and I mean, as a coach too, having purpose for your players so they understand what's going on. It is very important.
Exactly.
Do you guys have any impersonations of Coach Pop? Does he have any one-liners he loves to say that it's like, oh, that's...
He says I'm a Jersey Italian,
Yep.
so I talk a lot. He says that a
That's
ton.
definitely the first thing I popped.
I was worried
Yeah.
if he's going to bring some of that New Jersey over to Wisconsin.
Now, he doesn't really have an accent, but he says I'm a Jersey Italian a ton. Whenever, like, team meetings and stuff, and he's talking a lot, he's like, I'm a Jersey Italian. I could do this all day.
Yeah.
Just talking?
Yep.
So that's one of them.
He has a lot of things he talks about, like kind of rising to the occasion. He talks about, like, one thing he talks about is being a carrot, an egg, or a coffee bean.
Okay, what is that? Okay, that's
So
interesting.
It sounds wild.
What
right?
is that? What is that?
But if they're all in the same environment, right, what happens? If you all put them in boiling water, what happens to an
So
to an egg?
a carrot?
Yeah, a carrot, an egg, and coffee beans.
Okay.
If you put them all in like boiling water, what happens to them? What happens to an egg?
It boils. It
gets hard.
It's
Yeah,
hard.
it gets hard.
Right? What happens to a carrot if you put it in boiling
Gets
water?
soft.
Yeah. What happens to coffee? Or coffee beans.
Becomes coffee,
Yeah.
liquid.
So they all have the same environment, but it's how do you respond? How do you react?
Mm.
You can get hard, you can get soft, or you can change and adapt to your environment. And like, so that's one thing he loves to preach to.
He does say be a coffee bean a lot.
Yeah.
Be a coffee
So yeah,
bean.
if you like heard it,
Be a
if
coffee
you heard
bean.
it walking like by the stew, you'd think he's mad. But that's the point behind
I
it.
love it. I love it. Coach Pop says be a coffee bean. I mean, that's stuff you can apply to your
Exactly.
life outside of sports too. And
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly. Just
That's-
being coachable, just being able to
Yep.
want to learn, Yeah. Exactly.
be a coffee bean, ladies and gentlemen. I love it. That's funny. That's funny. Okay. For the season now, looking for the schedule and who we got to face here at Lakeland this upcoming Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, this
Saturday,
next
yeah.
Saturday. At North Central. First home game is actually homecoming.
It is.
The 27th against Illinois Wesleyan. So that's exciting.
Yep.
So looking at these first 3 games and then the rest of the schedule, what are some things that you guys have been preaching in preseason so far? What are some of the keys that you guys are really focusing on to have a successful season?
I think stacking days is something they always talk about. How having one day doesn't mean you're growing. You need to consistently bring it every single day. With this being our senior year, like I try and go out to practice knowing this is it. This is my last year. So trying to enjoy it a lot more, which I have. I've had a blast this fall camp, and I'm excited for the season. But I think we're lasered in on Lakeland for now, and then you take it week by week. So
one game at a time.
the best game is the next one. So that's kind of our motto going into it, and I think it's not really caring who our opponent is, but just focusing on what we do,
Exactly.
the intent behind what we do, and hopefully taking home some dubs.
Yes, sir.
Exactly, yeah. Just like you said, just kind of like focusing on our part, right? Not necessarily what the other team's doing, but making sure we're not helping the other team beat us, right? I mean, I think there's been a lot of games in the past, especially our years here, where we beat ourselves.
Yeah.
So working on us not doing that, right? If we do what we can do, I think we have a lot of talented players, talented coaching staff. So I think we can have a lot of success, but we just have to, focus on us first.
Exactly. I love it. All right. Let's dive a little bit more personally with your guys' experience with football and being a student athlete. A question I always love to ask people have on is, why did you start playing your specific sport? So why football? Why football?
You can go first.
When I was younger, I played all sorts of sports. I played soccer for a while growing up. I wrestled, played basketball, baseball, ran track as well. So I did them all. But growing up, I was a big Packers fan. Loved playing football. Just
Micah Parsons.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yeah. But just growing up, always loving the Wisconsin Badgers. I live right outside Madison, so big Badger family. So just watching football growing up, being a big football fan, I couldn't wait until I started playing tackle football. I remember the days just playing flag football and just waiting to throw the pads on. So I think it was kind of just a sport that I really liked. And in football, it doesn't matter your size as much, right? Basketball, baseball, those sports, your size matters more. Football, there's positions that will help. Running back, you don't have to be 6 feet tall to be successful, right? It's all about. So I think football is
hard over height.
Yeah, exactly.
Hard over height.
When did you start playing tackle?
Tackle was 6th grade. I know a lot of guys on the team will be like, "Oh, I was 5 years old when I started playing tackle football."
They can't even run with the helmet on.
Yeah,
probably just
dude,
the head to the ground.
I have pictures from when I started. That helmet looks huge.
So you started 6th grade?
I started 6th grade. Yeah, that was the first year in Marshall that you could start playing tackle football. Right. Like I said, I played other sports, but my dad was like, I think this was the best for me. He told me I wasn't mature enough to play because some 5th graders started a year and played up to 6th grade. So I remember sitting in the stands watching some of my buddies play in 5th grade when they were in 6th. But I remember him telling me he didn't want me to do that because he didn't think I was mentally mature enough to be able to. So I think holding me out that year. I know I was in 5th grade, so it's how mature are you in 5th grade? But looking back on it, I think it helped me a lot too. Yeah. So.
Shout out, Dad. Yeah. Shout out, Dad.
Honestly.
And then I started when I was 7. That was my first year playing tackle football, and it was really my brother that got me into it. He was a year older, and so we were really competitive growing up, and I wanted to do everything he was doing. And
beat him at it too, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I did, of course.
Yeah. Your brother might have something to say about that if he watches.
Yeah. I don't think he'll watch this, but he started playing originally, and I wanted nothing to do with it. I was fine with the I-9 flag football. And then as soon as I saw that he wanted to do it, all of a sudden I did. And so I was kind of what you said, where kids would play up from 5th to 6th grade. I was the youngest kid on my team, and I was 80 pounds. I was a little kid. And so I would just get smoked. I was barely making the cut for the minimum weight.
Geez.
But it was fun. So I loved it. I fell in love with it. And then, 15 years later, here we are. So,
just like that.
I know.
It's crazy, too, because football, you can't really just pick up. Once it's done, it's done. You can't throw pads
I know,
on.
that's...
Play U37.
Have you seen those?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh.
Apparently, the Racing Raiders are really good. They're the best U37 team.
Racing Raiders?
Yeah. Hey, so, who knows?
Lace them up.
Maybe after graduation, I'll declare.
If you get the itch to go back, you're I got to get back on the field. I got to hit somebody.
Yeah. I don't think I'd go to racing.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, did you start running back? Was that your first position in 6th grade?
I was linebacker and fullback. In 6th grade.
You got the fullback education before you transitioned to running back.
Hard nose, got to play down.
Yeah.
But I was fullback and linebacker for 1 year, and then I was running back and safety. So switched pretty quickly. But, yeah. I even, when I was in 6th grade, I played up with 7th grade, after our games.
Yeah.
And I played D-line for them just because I was faster than the old lineman. So, I don't know.
The speed rush.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was my tactic.
What about you, Gavin? Where'd you start out at?
I started as a running back.
Hey.
So that's probably why I average more yards per
carry. That's what it is. He's a natural born running back.
From that 7-year-old. But yeah, I started there, and then I've played every position except center. I've played pretty much everywhere. So in middle school,
long snapper?
I guess that's kind of center. So
Holder?
Yeah.
Holder?
It wasn't a holder. I guess you're.
How do you-
It sounds
Yeah,
better.
it's
It
just
sounds
line
better. Besides special teams, like the original 22
Yeah,
on
I
offense and
agree.
defense. But I in middle school I played line because we had like 18 kids on our team, and so I was second string quarterback, but also our starting right guard, and then.
Nice.
Played DB for about 4 snaps my freshman year of high school, and then they took me out of there.
What was that?
Cornerback.
Oh, well, yeah, but did they take you out because of
I
they
was
needed
get-
you
yeah,
somewhere
I was-
else? You just
I was
Skin
bad.
cold.
I was really bad.
I didn't want to say it, but
No, you could have. I was slow, and it was a 4-way scrimmage. Guy just ran right past me, and then they were like, you know what, we'll put you somewhere else. So, and then kind of bounced all around and found myself a receiver. So I like it out there.
Good. I will say I played 1 year of football. I played soccer all the way up through middle school. Decided to stop playing. I don't even know why. I played football for 1 year in 8th grade. Kind of a weird time to start, I think, playing football. I started at running back. I played linebacker, and I was a third string quarterback.
Okay. Yeah.
Wasn't feeling great about where it was at. I mean, running back was fine, linebacker was fine. Both our starting quarterbacks got hurt. So now all of a sudden, my first year of football, I've probably taken a total of like 50 snaps in my career ever. I've muffed my first snap.
Center, yeah.
I threw 1 completion,
There you go.
1 pick though. So
Was that your
it was a
completion?
duck. It was a duck. I
completion?
mean, I threw it coming out spinning like this. I'm like, oh crap! I'm just gonna chuck it deep. It wasn't even close. Picked off. It wasn't a pick 6, but
There you go.
so I was 1 for 2. Little check down completion to the running back.
Nice.
But I quit after that. I was done. I went back to soccer. Like, this isn't my
Enough of
sport.
that.
So yeah,
Quarterback's hard, man.
dude, it is hard. And my first year playing, I was kind of nervous, and the ball was really fat. It wasn't like those nice little, smooth, longer ones. I couldn't even get my hand on it. But
It's
Hey,
fun
man.
when you're younger, though. Quarterback's
Yeah.
the spot to play.
for sure.
Maybe not your first year.
Yeah.
Well, I was a third string. I never thought I'd be getting in
Right.
and taking snaps. Hey, man, you got to step up. And I
Exactly.
guess I wasn't ready to step up at that point. So, kind of reflecting on your career as a football player, what do you think has been some of the biggest challenges you faced?
For me, it's injuries.
Okay.
I've had a lot of them. Last year, I was healthy all 10 games, but before that, I had missed at least 3 games every year up until freshman year of high school.
That's frustrating.
Yeah.
That's frustrating.
So there's been a lot of them. A lot of back injuries, and so
Ugh.
it's been tough, but still worth it. So hopefully, knock on wood, I get through one more season and
I got you.
wherever wood is. Thank you. But yeah, injuries has been the big one for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say injuries as well. I've had plenty of countless hamstring injuries. My nickname on the team right now with the coaching staff is Old Man Frank. So, I've missed some time here and there throughout my college career, but trying to stay on the field the most as I can. But that, and I think early in the career, just being like, is this worth it, you know? When you're in fall camp, you're missing your parents, you're doing all that, and you're like, not where you want to be on the depth chart. You're like, is this worth sticking it out and being here? So I think that meant, going back to the mental aspect, I think that was a challenge early on. But, I mean, once you spend enough time here and you realize you got 120 brothers that's doing it next to you with you, I think that it's like the most rewarding feeling. So
I think you hit it right on the money because it's crazy when I look back too when I was a freshman and for basketball, you're I don't know how to explain it, but your mentality and how you face challenges and adversity from a freshman to where you are as a senior now.
Yeah.
It's like you make a mistake, all right, whatever, as a senior, all right, I'll get it back. As a freshman, you're like overthinking it. You're like, God dang it, I suck. Like, what the heck?
Like that's the rep of the day that I just messed up.
And so as I've noticed as I've gotten older, it's like you're able to bounce back easier. Right? You can get through training camp easier. You're used to working through because you've been there, done that, and you're a little more mature. And that's something that I think I totally agree with that mental aspect. And I really want to cover this growth from freshman to senior year. I mean, you've dealt with injuries, dealing with that, getting through training camp, being mentally tough. As you look back from your time when you were a freshman, as a senior, what are some things you think you've learned about yourself as a player, maybe as a person?
I think for me, it's definitely one thing that I think grew for the most for me was my leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Being willing to kind of step up and say something or call guys out if I need to.
Yep.
Or I mean, it doesn't even have to be like verbal leadership, right? Just doing the right things all the time.
Lead by example.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think early on you're kind of like in your own head, like you just talked about. So being able to like being confident in what I'm doing and being able to hopefully make some other players confident in what they're doing, and like they're doing the right things. And yeah, it's hard right now, but you'll be fine. So I mean, for this year, that's trying to be more of a vocal leader. With some of the seniors last year, they were definitely more of the leaders.
Yep.
But being able to be changed from just lead by example guy to now using my voice for the team. So.
Yep.
I would say leadership is definitely a big one for me as well. Coming in, I don't really like confrontation, so it's something you have to kind of build up the courage to do, especially with guys that you're not that familiar with. Like you just met them a week ago, and they're slacking off, and you got to be the one to call them out. So that's been a big change, but I think that'll be very useful, being able to be a good leader and pulling guys aside and being like, hey, this is how you do it. And it doesn't have to be screaming at them, but just showing them the ropes. Another thing is definitely confidence.
Yeah.
Coming in freshman year, like I was terrified. I didn't know anyone. I didn't travel all the way across the country like some kids, but it was still a decent move. It was about 7 hours. So I was nervous about it, but now, like, this is Kenosha.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of here, and I'm definitely a lot more confident on the field as well. Like lining up against people, even North Central, like I'm a lot more confident running routes, doing my thing.
For sure.
Yeah, and obviously, like when you're in any program for 4 years, I mean, just like your physical stature too. I mean,
Oh yeah.
coming in, I was the lightest running back we had at like 180 pounds. Because in high school, I could never gain weight.
You came in at 180?
Yeah, I came in at 180.
I finally got to 180 my senior year.
Really?
When did you come in?
I was like 170, maybe 165, somewhere around there. But
yeah, in high school, I could not get over 170 at all. And then like that summer, I put on some weight because I was like, I have to get bigger. I came in, I was still the smallest running back that we had. But yeah,
I think that gives you a lot of confidence too, just being like physically like, you know, I'm ready, you know.
Yeah.
But I truly believe like what you guys are talking about as far as becoming leaders. I don't think leaders are born. I think leaders are built.
Yeah.
Over time, you become more confident. You know what's going to happen. You know what coaches expect. You know how to help the younger guys because you made those same mistakes when you were younger too. So
100%.
I kind of see myself filling that role too as a senior now, and I think it's pretty enjoyable to see it through, be a senior, and then be able to help that next group of guys come through and hopefully push the program to another height year after year. So
exactly. Yeah.
All right,
build that foundation.
let's have some fun. So, special segment. You guys are going to be coaches. Okay? You guys are putting on the coach's hat, putting on the headset, you get the playbook, all right? So I have 4 different scenarios. You guys can work together or you guys can do your own play call, coaching decision, all right?
Okay.
So, I'm going to read off the scenario. You guys got to make a coaching decision and then share that coaching decision with us, okay?
Okay.
So, scenario 1. In this scenario, you're the offensive coordinator. It's 4th down at midfield and you're on the road. Down by 4 points. So you need a touchdown, and you need to convert to keep the drive alive. The stadium is roaring, and you can't hear anything. The head coach tells you that he wants you to dabble a trick play. What play are you drawing up to quiet down the crowd and take the momentum with the trick play? Something up your sleeve. What do you got?
I'm throwing a reverse pass to myself.
What?
How does that work?
No. Sorry. As the coach. Because I always wanted to throw the ball. Like I was backup quarterback in middle school. That sounded really bad.
Okay.
When I said it didn't make sense. But like as the coach, I would call a reverse pass where I'm throwing it. Sorry. I'm the one throwing the ball.
Okay. So you're getting the...
So it'd be like, give him the ball, little pitch outside.
Yep.
He pitches it to me. I'm running backwards.
Who are you throwing it to?
Mark Hunter.
Back corner of the end zone?
I don't know if I'm getting that far.
That's probably about a 50-yard throw,
yeah. No, I'm not
I'm getting that first down.
Just get the first down. Get the first down.
But yeah, I would do a reverse pass.
I think that's probably what I'd do. Probably a little different of a variation. I think like if there's been a strong run game, and depending on the down, like it's 4th and 2, 4th and 3. I think I'll probably do like a toss to the running back, and then like the tight end or receiver, they're like bunched inside, so they're tighter. The fake block, one runs like down the field, one runs out. So you got kind of layers down the field. Got the them fake blocking so the defense stays tight. Just toss it right over top for first down.
Have you seen I think this was last night, New Mexico State versus Michigan.
Michigan?
They had the quarterback under center, or they were doing something where he was under center. The running back was behind him. They snapped it, I think, through the quarterback's legs. And so it skipped between the quarterback and just went straight back to the running back behind him. And he caught it and just threw a jump pass to the tight end. That's a goal line play.
Yeah.
It's a goal line play. You have to look
They
it up.
score on it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Goal line. It wasn't a midfield play, but
That's still impressive.
I think
though.
were going to spike it or something. They snapped it. The center snapped it through his legs and the quarterback's legs straight out to the running back. And he threw it over the top for a touchdown.
That's an
That's
impressive
cool.
snap. That's an insane
Hey,
snap.
let Coach Pop know.
Yeah.
I'm here for hire.
I
So.
like that.
I'm just kidding. All right, second scenario. Defensive coordinator now. It's third down, third and long. The head coach wants you to send the heat and blitz the opposing team. What defensive call are you sending in to get a sack and potentially turnover, strip sack, something? You never know. What are you dialing up? Bring in the heat.
I don't know any defensive.
You guys are
players.
offensive guys, I
yeah.
know.
I'm definitely
Think back to
twisting.
Madden, maybe. I don't know.
I'm definitely twisting.
What does that mean?
So the D tackles, if we're in like a 4-3,
Okay.
so the 4 D linemen, the D tackles are twisting to the outside.
Okay.
So they're kind of like they're gonna go out, slam into the tackle, at kind of like a pick.
Mhm.
The end's gonna run inside,
Mm.
and if there's any miscommunication, then it's free lane to the quarterback. We gotta have a linebacker blitz on the edge too. in
Bring a
case the
linebacker.
quarterback
Yep.
escapes the pocket, and then probably just like a QB spy in the middle. Gotta keep the quarterback engaged and keep him inside the pocket.
Who's getting home to get that sack for Carthage? Who's getting home?
Michael Sneed.
Sneed?
Yeah, Sneed's
Yeah.
getting there.
Yeah. 99, big 99 on the
Yeah.
end.
Big
99.
300 lead.
300 lead, yeah.
That's a nickname that guess we'll give one. And Old Man Frank.
Old man
So
Frank.
that's 2 of them. But
I like that. What do you got, Gavin? What are you dialing up?
I'm
Bringing down
so-
the safety, maybe? What are we doing? Cornerback blitz.
I have no clue. I like his thing. Maybe send a couple linebackers too. Send Ramon.
Ramon.
Yeah,
He was a leading tackler last year.
he was. I think.
I thought that's what I read.
So he's gonna have a good year.
Yep.
He's a dog.
Ramon. You guys went to high school together, right?
We did, yeah. Yep.
Shout out Marshall.
Exactly.
2 Marshall captains this year.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, him and Ramon. They're both captains. So
Shout out Marshall.
yeah,
Shout out Marshall.
put Marshall
Put it
on
on
the
the
map.
map, yeah.
All right, third scenario. I think this is a special teams one. Your team is down by 21 points in the third quarter, and your team needs a spark. You've just held the opponent to a third down, or you held the opponent on third down, so now they're electing to punt on fourth down. What player on Carthage are you sending out there to make a momentum-changing play on special teams? It could be
Mark Hunter.
Mark Hunter.
punt return. It could be a punt block. You just need a guy to go out there and make a play.
Mark Hunter.
Yeah, we're putting Mark Hunter out there.
Mark Hunter.
He had
He's
2
getting-
block punts
yeah.
last year.
2 block punts. Are you serious?
Yeah.
For
the first 2
6
games.
Yeah.
Or
He was one of the leading punt block guys in the country, like first, 6 games or something like that.
I think didn't we
Early
have
on
one
here.
week 2 and week 3, or week 2 and week 4? Because it was North Central and Elmhurst
Mark Hunter.
were the 2. Yeah, and it was Mark both times. So
Is he still? He's still here?
yeah,
Yep.
yep,
He
he's a
didn't
senior.
Hell
So
yeah.
I'd send him.
Send out Mark, man. Go make
Wherever
a
he
play.
is.
Go make a play.
I mean,
Maybe
Coach
just
drew,
Mark.
drew up the punt blocks for other guys, and he's like, Mark just still got in there. He's like, he would literally tell Mark, it's like, this probably won't be you, but obviously still rush in case it is.
Finds
Might
a way.
just be scot free.
Finds a
Just
way.
Go through it, yeah. Perfect execution.
Who's the guy that you're sending back to receive the punt? He's gonna juke out 5 guys, take it to the crib.
Davion Hayes,
Davion
probably.
Hayes.
Davion
He's a
Hayes.
freshman. He's a little guy, but he's so shifty.
That's what you need.
Yeah. So
They're running
He's
all the way down the right side, pause, turn around, and run back left side.
Honestly, he could, yeah.
Yeah. He's
And he's shifty.
he's
gonna
fast and he's quick.
Shake, he'll shake some people out of the shit.
Make some guys look silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Last one. It's the end of the. This is a fun one. It's the end of the third quarter, heading into the fourth quarter, and your team is in a dogfight, a bloodbath. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tied ball game, and you need to get the boys rolling. You need to get them hot for this fourth quarter. What is the motivational message you're giving to the boys? Putting you on the spot. Come on, Coach. Come on, Coach Betts.
You got it first.
Oh goodness. I'm not the speaker. I'm not the guy to give the motivational talks. there was a halftime speech last year that was awful. I won't say who it was, but
You don't have to say a name, but
um,
how did it go?
it was he gathered all of us around, and he's like, "We are Firebirds. We are men." Like,
I don't
what do you say?
What are you talking about right now? Yeah.
So there was that. That was.
Oh.
And then, hey, we ended up winning, so maybe I'll give a rerun of the.
Hey, you can't hate. You can't hate.
We're 1-0 with that speech.
We are Firebirds.
So yeah,
We are coffee beans.
we
Yeah,
are.
that's
men.
what it is.
We are men.
I love it. Hey, you won the game.
We did, but yeah, people were looking at each other like.
Like he was getting
Trying
all
not to
amped in the
laugh.
middle. We're like,
You gotta hype him up a little bit.
Oh,
I mean, if everybody's just sitting there dead silent, like he's gonna lose the mojo.
Yeah,
You
that's
gotta
right,
give him a
that's
little. You guys got nothing?
I don't know. I'd probably just get in there, like
Shove a couple guys
Yeah, jump around.
Have you ever seen Miracle, the movie?
on ice.
Yeah,
The hockey one.
yeah.
Yep.
You know, what's his name? What's the head coach's name? Herb Brooks?
I'm on the internet.
I think it is.
Herb Brooks.
Herb Brooks.
Okay.
His speech when they're playing the Soviet Union in the championship. Maybe you could play a clip on that.
I'll play a
but
clip.
It is so good.
Hopefully,
that-
I can play a clip.
We, me and Cohen, my roommate, we watched that movie before playing North Central last year, like as a little hype up. The speech is amazing. So, I'd give that.
Get that on the speaker.
Word for
Run
word.
that.
I'd probably bring a piece of paper and just go from the script.
Start preaching.
I'd probably just, I don't know, jump around a little bit, start shoving some guys, get them going, lock them in, and like keep doing what they're doing. That this is our game to win, and let's go out there to finish the game. I mean, kind of pretty basic speech.
It's
but
a hard job.
Yeah.
It's a hard job.
I've been doing it on the spot. I'm not one for public speaking, but sometimes in those spots, it's just whatever comes out of my mouth comes out, you know.
Gotta be
There
nimble.
are hype men on the team. I don't think either one of us.
Probably not.
The guys to do
It takes a
gotta
specific
guys.
It
talent,
really does.
specific personality. I don't think I'm that guy either.
Yeah.
So we had I think Donnie last year was running into lockers and
Yep.
diving on the ground in the locker room, throwing crap.
He
and-
seems like the perfect guy
yeah,
for it.
he would miss for sure because he was our energy guy
Yeah.
in the
I'm
in the
more
locker room.
of
So
a pregame prayer guy.
yeah,
That's kind of my role.
Yeah. I mean, some guys like to prepare just individually. They're quiet. They're not pumped up like running around, and some guys just like to be locked in music,
stick to
just
themselves, yeah.
kind of head down, nodding. Other guys are just like hyping each other up, war paint.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you
Yeah.
guys know the deal more than I do with you guys. So.
Yep. Exactly.
All right, I love it. I mean, we are Firebirds, and that's funny. That's funny. Hey, they won the game, though. You got to give them some.
we did.
It worked.
You guys
I
give them
suppose.
credit for that. So, last thing before we wrap up here, is there anything else you guys want to say or anything you want to mention for the team in the season?
How's the basketball team looking this year?
Basketball team looking
Yeah.
good. Looking good. We turn our starting five.
Is Twan back too?
Twan should be back.
Okay,
He should be back. We should be good.
gotcha.
Should be ranked top 25 hopefully.
Very nice.
We got to get back to where we were
Go
last
repeat-
year.
Yeah. Go get back.
We're hungry
next year.
hungry to get back, and it'll be a good year for us. Sure.
You guys got a lot of talent, man. It's fun
Yeah.
to watch.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch for sure. So, you just got to keep coming to our games.
Yeah.
Keep
We
bringing
got
the
you.
energy to our games. That helps us a lot. So.
All right. Yeah, we got you. We got
Yeah,
you.
for
We got
sure.
120 guys. We got to use it for good.
I mean,
man.
I'd hope so.
Yeah.
Bring up the whole crew.
Yeah. All right, we got you.
Get them a motivational speech.
Yeah.
Rev them up in the crowd.
Yeah.
We are Firebirds.
Exactly. Boom. Boom. All right. Perfect. Well, that's all I got, guys. Thanks for hopping on. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having
absolutely,
us.
absolutely. Stay tuned for future episodes, and thank you for listening to Fuel in the Flame. And we'll see you next time. Peace. It's a wrap.
Appreciate it.